A very warm good morning, my dear students. Hope you all are doing great at home and enjoying your online classes. So, today I'm here with the reader section, and today we are going to read out our next chapter, which is chapter number 11, Garima Goes to School. So, before starting it, I have some questions to you. As you all know that you all go school regularly, right? But have you ever seen any child who do not want to go to school? And if you did, then have you ever thought why don't they go to school? Yes, think about the possible reasons for it. Now let's read the story about Garima. Garima and Keshav were twins. Their father was a shopkeeper and mother was a housewife. Garima helped her mother in the kitchen. She often asked to mop the floor and clean the pots. On the other hand, Keshav was never called to do any household work. So this story started with the two siblings, Garima and Keshav, who were twins. Their father was a shopkeeper and her mother was a housewife, and Garima used to help her mother in her household work, but on the other hand, Keshav was never called to do any household work. He would laze around the house. Laze means to relax and not to do any work. So he would laze around the house and play with the mobile phone, even during the examination time. Only Garima had to help her mother. She would be disturbed. Disturbed means unhappy. She would be disturbed as there was not much time left to study. This made Garima very irritated. Irritated means annoyed or angry sometimes. So even examination time, Garima was the only one who helps her mother. Keshav never did. Sometimes this made Garima very unhappy and angry because she never got proper time for her studies. After a few days, the children's mother fell ill. She was admitted in the hospital. The medicines were expensive. Her treatment took a long time. So after a few days, what happened? Her mother fell ill and she was admitted in the hospital, and the medicines were very expensive. Expensive means costly. So her treatment took a long time. Garima's father could not bear the responsibility of education of both the children as well as continue the treatment of their mother. As they were poor, so it becomes very tough for their father to bear. Bear means to support his family in tough times, and it becomes tough for him to complete the responsibility of education of both the children as well as to continue the medication for his wife. So he decided to discontinue Garima's education, although she was a brilliant student. Brilliant means intelligent and always excelled in her class. Being a brilliant student, his father decided to discontinue Garima's education due to the circumstances. What happened next? Mr. Pradeep, Garima's science teacher, was shocked to know about her dropping out of the school. Dropping out means to discontinue. Mr. Pradeep, who was the science teacher of Garima, was shocked to know about the dropping out of the school. Okay, he decided to meet her parents. He took the address from the school office and reached Garima's home. Keshav opened the door and came out. "I am Garima's teacher," Mr. Pradeep said. The boy let him come in. Mr. Pradeep entered a small room where she saw Garima's mother laying on the bed. And when he reached Garima's home, what he found? When he entered a small room, he saw Garima's mother laying on the bed. Garima was cooking food in the kitchen. She came out and wished her teacher. She bought tea and water for him. On the other hand, her brother continued playing game on the mobile phone. In their tough time, Garima did all the household work, but his brother Keshav continued playing game on the mobile phone. When Mr. Pradeep talked to Garima's mother about her education, she told the reason why Garima had to discontinue her study. Then Mr. Pradeep comforted means consoled, made relaxed her mother to decide to talk to her father. He met the children's father the following day and asked him, "Why did you discontinue Garima's education?" "She is such a bright girl," Garima's father replied. "She is a girl." So, after knowing the reason behind Garima's dropping out, his teacher, Mr. Pradeep, decided to ask the same question to her father. So, he asked, and what her father replied? He said, "She's a girl. What is the use of her studying? She just need to learn how to cook and look after the house." Then Mr. Pradeep disagreed. "That is not true. Girls are always equal to boys and have the capability to do everything that boys can do." After listening, her father, Mr. Pradeep, disagreed and he said, "That is not true. Girls are always equal to the boys and have the capability to do everything that boys can." After listening, Mr. Pradeep, her father replied, "That may be true, but I don't have the money to send Garima to school," said Garima's father. Mr. Pradeep felt saddened by Garima's plight and he decided to help her in any way he could. So what happened next? The next day, Mr. Pradeep talked to the school principal about Garima's situation. Both of them, along with the other teacher, decided to help Garima. So after discussing the condition of Garima to the principal, they both decided to help her. So what they did? They contacted some organizations who give help to girls' education and raised fund. Raised fund means to collect money. And then he contacted to the organizations who help girls' child and they raise money for her and so that Garima could continue her studies. Soon Garima rejoined school. Her parents were thankful to Mr. Pradeep for his efforts and finally realized the importance of educating girls. I hope you all enjoyed the story and knows the importance of educating girls and support girls to achieve their goals. So this is it for today. In our next class, we will do the wow words of this chapter. So till then, stay safe at home and enjoy your online classes. Do read the chapter loudly. Bye bye and take care.